Hey, what's going on, Scorpio? How are you? Thanks for watching. This is going to be your September full moon reading. September 24th, 2018 is the date of the full moon. It's the first full moon after the fall equinox. So, guess what? This is our harvest full moon. The harvest moon reminds us of the things that we have worked towards all year and the things that we still have yet to accomplish before the new year begins. You can kind of think of it as in a way of saying, this is a time where, a lot of us reach certain turning points, and, we are really beginning to really take a look at the things that we have coming forward towards us based on how we've moved throughout the year. Kind of like a reap what you sow kind of deal, What do we have coming forward towards us based on intentions that we've set? It's a very, 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 very energetic full moon. So let's take a look at some themes that are highlighted for you, Scorpio. The full moon takes place in the sign of Aries. If anybody was wondering. Oh, and by the way, Scorpio, happy birthday to you. By the time that the full moon does arrive, we will be officially in Libra season. So, happy birthday to all of the October Libras. Or September Libras if you're cross-watching for Scorpio. And I'm in the Scorpio reading talking about Libras. Happy birthday, Scorpio. You're coming. You're next. Not quite. But what I was getting at was October, and But okay, enough cosmic talk. Sorry, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and get your cards laid out. All right, what types of energy does Scorpio have coming towards them this full moon? Scorpio, there you go. All right. Thanks for being patient with me, Scorpio. Excuse me. All right, Scorpio, where are you? We have the Prince of Wands. Okay, so Scorpio, I feel like coming through this full moon cycle, coming through this harvest moon, a lot of you will be wanting to take action towards something. This is movement towards something. This is something that you have a lot of passion for, that you feel a lot of energy towards. You're ready to move forward towards that. For a lot of you Scorpios, this is saying that, during this time of the change of the seasons, during this full moon, you could be experiencing like an increase in your libido, in your sexual desires. You may even be out there doing a little bit of conquering those, getting those sexual, you know what I'm trying to say, you guys. Anyways, this could indicate that for a lot of you Scorpios, there is somebody right now that is in your environment that you feel a lot of sexual desire for, or just a lot of energy for towards them, or vice versa. This is a really good card to come out, because this is just, it's movement, it's energy, moving forward. It's beautiful. So, with you Scorpio, I feel like a lot of you, like I said, are just really in the energy, in the headspace, are actually ready to take action. If not, you're already taking action. Or out there being very, very promiscuous. No judgment. None at all. So here, with the Ace of Swords coming up in reverse, Scorpio, I feel like with this coming up in this position, this is like aspects that require greater balance for you. So I just feel like some of you Scorpios may, in a way, like kind of be acting out, you know what I mean? It's like, there's a particular mindset that you are holding on to, or that you're running with. It may not be the best mindset. It may not be the most positive mindset, but in a way for Scorpio, we'll see how this all is playing out, but I just feel like as far as needing balance, there could be information that that you might not know the whole truth about, There could be information that, was purposely not told to you to see how you actually would react. There could have been information that was, given to you, with the intent of seeing how you're going to react. Scorpio, there could have been, if not direct information given to you or lies told to you, there could have been like concepts that were incepted into you, Scorpio, like, that somebody like kind of planted the seeds of a certain way of thinking about a situation that's causing you to take action. So this is just saying to just pay attention to that. Just make sure that the concepts that you're gaining and that the information that you're gaining, make sure that you're always acting from a place of having factual information. What's changing for you right now, Scorpio, is I'm feeling like, okay, there's this Prince of Pentacles, right? But the Prince of Pentacles is in reverse. So what this is telling me, Scorpio, is I'm feeling like you're taking action toward a situation, and it's like you have the Prince and the Prince. So it's like the two of you are taking action. Like, I feel like you're taking action towards a particular outcome. And maybe for a lot of you, because you don't have all the facts about it, it's like the more you try to go forward in taking that particular action, it's like it kind of gets away from you. It eludes you to a certain degree. It's like because your approach for it is like from a very, your approach is like being like very, I see it as being like very direct, very kinetic, right? But the action or the person that you're moving towards, I feel like, their energy usually, if this was in the upright, I would feel like, there's somebody that's trying to take their time and moving towards you. But, with it being in reverse, I feel like this person is, in a way, just kind of like not necessarily giving you the exact attention that you need. For some of you Scorpios, it could be that maybe for some of you, you're interested in somebody who is no longer available to you. And with this Ace of Swords being here in reverse, Scorpio, this could indicate that, this could indicate that, as you move forward toward this person, it's like that opportunity of a meeting of the minds, it gets weaker, I'm feeling like, because this person, they're not moving necessarily towards you. I mean, they still may have like, feelings for you. They still may think of you. They, but it's not necessarily like they're avoiding you. I just feel like their attention is focused. They've intentionally placed their intentions elsewhere. And I feel like it's for them, it's for the betterment of them. Now, Scorpio, this may not all just be about relationships. I just feel like maybe there's like for some of you, there may be like a certain money-making opportunity that you went forward in, not knowing all the facts about. And in turn, there may have, you may not have actually been able to capitalize on that particular opportunity. But I do still feel like, for some of you, you're still ready and able for the next one to come along. Or for some of you, I feel like you have the actual stamina to really press forward along with still pursuing certain goals, regardless of if those goals are even ready to come to fruition for you, or if they're really meant for you. But I feel like, your energy is placed in that direction, and you do have the stamina to, just to like really be persistent. For some of you Scorpios, it's like maybe it's like this person that you're trying to go forward, or this opportunity that you're trying to go forward in. It's not that you necessarily have all the facts, but it's like in your mind, it's like, okay, this is, this is an experience that I want to go back to. And, for some of you, you may even be trying to make it right. Okay. So here, Scorpio, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, with this, in this position, it is, you know, talking about things that you do need to let go of and things that you may need to release through this full moon. But with the wheel being right here in this is letting us know here that, you know, you, Scorpio, really, I feel like it's like you have the universe at your back. You know, like this is, you know, for you and for whoever, you know, is guiding you. I feel like a lot of you Scorpios feel strongly that that you really can make a situation from the past right. A lot of you, I feel like, you know, in order for you to really completely move into the next cycle, it's almost like you are not necessarily obligated to make a situation right, but it's like, okay, you know, just within yourself, you just know that, you know, you won't be able to really fully make a situation correct until you, it's like you won't complete the cycle. This is a 10, so it's like, you know, the next phase of things is coming forward towards you, but I feel like you're running away from it because you really are seeing, maybe for some of you, you're seeing the value in you're really understanding the value as, you know, fortune is really taking things away. Not just, okay, so let me say not necessarily taking things away from you, not like, you know, you're being punished or anything like that, but it's just like, you know, as opportunities that you had, you know, like, you know, it's like this person, you know, is like it's like a control thing, Scorpio. It's like you, you want to be, it's like, okay, so it's like universe is, you know, not making just things happen for you, Scorpio. You know, they're not just making things happen for you and giving you clear concepts and helping you understand errors and anything like that, but universe is also helping other people as well. And this is saying that, you know, this is an opportunity that you may have to just understand that this was just a missed opportunity. You know, you may have to actually let go of this persistence, or keep the persistence, keep that energy up. We'll give you that, but we'll guide it in a more, you know, that energy that you have, that stamina that you have, that is given to you by the universe and by the divine, Scorpio. But, you know, this is just really, I feel like, you know, spirit just, you know, spirit, universe, I use all that, all encompassing. But this is just really just the divine asking you to, okay, redirect your focus. Redirect your focus. That particular opportunity has passed. It's gone. You know, there's nothing that you can quite do about that so much. The more you chase it, the more it's going to elude you, and the more you're keeping yourself from stepping into, you know, new cycles, as well as the more you know, continue to cloud your own sense of, like, perspective in the whole matter, Scorpio. So we have the Seven of Cups here. Now, the things that you can do to help yourself work through these changes, Scorpio, with the Seven of Cups here in reverse, this is just helping. This is just telling us that, you know, you need to just kind of understand your options in this matter a little bit more, Scorpio. You know, this is not your only option, you know, and we already know that. You know, the universe has more things out there and open for you. Okay, but you're not seeing that. You're moving away from that because you're still trying to be persistent about something that eluded you or a missed opportunity. I mean, and that's all. That's very natural to do that. I do understand. It is very natural to do that, Scorpio. Sometimes we all do that, but here I'm clearly like seeing that, you know, there are new options on the table, and you're not necessarily really seeing the worth in those options fully because some of you still could be caught up. Now, whether this is caught up in a situation that, you know, I feel like it's something that you're caught up in, something that eluded you, but it's like it eluded you only because you allowed it to. You know, for some of you, I feel like you ran out of time. Like you ran out of answers to tell yourself of why you wanted to even deal with someone in the first place. And then it wasn't until after they were, they shown you that, okay, well, fine, I can go and I can deal with options that I have as well. Maybe some of you is like, you want to go right back to it. So Scorpio, I really see like a lot of you could be dealing with certain relationship issues involving someone from the past, or somebody that's in your corner or in your environment right now that you may be running out of time with. And this may not be like a past lover for some of you. This may be somebody that's like a really, really good friend, or there may be a situation involving a really, really, really good friend that they are now moving forward into their own different cycles because Scorpio, for some of you, you played around with them as an option, or you weren't really necessarily seeing them as a valuable enough option until they offered their value elsewhere. Ooh, Scorpio. Ooh. So you're conflicted now, Scorpio, right? So your intention should be more focused on, just having a more clear mindset, taking those blindfolds off, unbinding yourself from feeling like, there's, feeling like there's only like one particular outcome, right? Feeling like your hands are tied. Well, I mean, yeah, your hands are tied to a certain degree, but it's only because it's like Spirit had given you the opportunity and given you had given you everything that you needed, maybe everything that you asked for. And for some of you Scorpios, it's like, okay, I feel like for some of you, maybe you were dealing with like, past hurts that you may have been taking out on other people. For some of you Scorpios, I just feel like, you could have, or you could be dealing with, there's maybe for some of you, there's just too many options on the table, and it's just like, how could you not, want to maybe a little bit devious in your planning? I won't say devious, but I'll say it's like, playful. You want to play the field, Scorpio, that's fine. But you can't play the field and at the same time, try to chase after something, like it's either one. It's either you're going to give all of your attention to getting this, or you're going to, leave that alone while you focus on your other options. That possibly, I feel like somewhere in these other options, Scorpio, is where you will find the better happiness. I feel like, the cycle is already complete with this earth sign, if it is an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or any sign. But if you are trying to, go backwards in time and, correct the things, or if you're trying to go back and reconcile with other people, I just don't feel like it's really coming from the best of intentions, Scorpio. It's coming from really selfish intentions, because you had your time to be able to do that with them. So now Universe, Spirit is saying, okay, here's some other things to focus on, Scorpio. Don't be blind to these. Here's some other things to Scorpio, other things to focus on, other things to take your time. Take up your time, I mean. Here are some, some different thoughts that, you know, you can work out on within yourself, Scorpio, that you have to deal with, because clearly you're going to need to break free of negative mindsets. We already see that right now. If not a negative mindset, then like, you know, negative intent, or if not like negative intent, it's just more like unexplainable, like unbalanced, like you're acting out in a way because you couldn't get what you wanted then, and now it's hard for you to get what you want now, because what you wanted then, or what you had then, you didn't really want. But now that you have every opportunity to deal with, you know, other options, you know, there's only one option that you really want to go back to, and that's what you had in the first place. Relationship, job, friendship, any type of ship. I feel like that's really, really pronounced here in your reading, Scorpio. Let's get a few clarifying cards here. I'm going to use the Deviant Moon deck to clarify some cards here. Okay. Scorpio, full moon activity 2018. Can you clarify for us, please, this Prince of Pentacles in reverse for Scorpio? Please clarify the Prince of Pentacles in reverse for Scorpio. Yeah, we got the King of Swords here. So this clearly tells me, Scorpio, that the person that you're trying to take action and moving towards, or the person that you're considering moving back towards into, I feel like this person has either moved on, this person or this situation has moved beyond you now, and you know, they are you know, involved with other parties. If you want to be technical about it, Scorpio, I feel like, you know, if this was like an earth sign individual, I feel like they're dealing with an air sign now, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. For some of you, I just feel like, you know, the person that you were dealing with may have been a Libra or Aquarius or Gemini or an air sign. Could be the same air sign, Libra, that you were dealing with. Could be the same Libra air sign that you were dealing with in the second half of September read, which, I mean, this does coincide with that full moon, but I just feel like, you know, they are moving forward in the opposite way from you, to discover their own sense of value, or to find value in situations where, you know, maybe they weren't necessarily being fulfilled with you. So Scorpio, that's some pretty serious energy. I mean, it's like you have this adoration now for somebody who really had to take charge and make a decision for you, because it's like your actions were saying one thing, but your intentions were a different thing, and they smartened up on you, Scorpio. Scorpio, what is the Seven of Cups here in reverse? So we get the Seven of Cups upright. So it was always about options. It was always about options. It was always about an illusion that maybe you were putting up, or maybe that somebody was putting up around you. Scorpio, if it was a matter of options, this is definitely saying that, you know, maybe during a particular courtship, or maybe while you were looking for other jobs, you know, or maybe on a current job, you were still looking for other jobs, or, you know, maybe during a particular courtship or relationship, you know, you were still out there with the intent of, you know, trying to see what is better out there for you, if something else is going to work better for you. For a lot of you Scorpios, as it falls out with the Ace of Swords here together, all in a row, this is saying that, you know, a lot of you, maybe not on purpose, but really, you know, may have you know, created some illusions within a particular relationship. And, I mean, that's just, sorry, I'm a little speechless just because it's like, wow, Scorpio, like that. I mean, it's not like it's all negative or bad or anything. It's just like, okay, Scorpio, what got you to this point? Why, you know, what do you, you know, it's like like I said, it's like you're acting out. It's like, were you hurt? Did somebody hurt you in the same way? So the Ace of Cups in reverse. So, oh, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. So for a lot of you Scorpios, I'm really just feeling like, okay, so Scorpio, I just feel like a lot of you could be operating in like a very closed, like a very reclusive. I won't necessarily say like hermit, but it's just more like, you know, you just may not be communicating effectively, or you may not be communicating exactly what it is that you really feel or what you're really thinking. It's like, you know, this Ace of Cups, this lady is like, you know, she has her cup and it's hers, right? And she's, you know, holding it close to her chest because she's guarding it. But with it being in reverse, it's like, you know, it's like you're holding it close to your chest because it's like maybe there's some things that, you know, you don't necessarily want to be exposed. And that could be the reason for, you know, the illusion that was created in this relationship, or in this any type of situationship that you were dealing with throughout this year. And now what's changed is that, you know, as we're moving into, you know, through this harvest moon, Scorpio, you're having it's like regrets, but at the same time it's more so like, okay, I understand exactly, you know, what was going on. I feel like for some of you, it may not even have been on purpose. It's just, you know, you were acting only as your mind could comprehend things. And at that moment, that's how your situations played out, Scorpio. Or that's how they're playing. Stop playing, Scorpio. Stop playing with these people. Okay, Scorpio. Let's get some additional information here from the Black Moon energy. I just want to see what they have to add into your reading. Please, Spirit, give us information for Scorpio as it pertains to them and the knowledge that they need to know during this full moon cycle of the harvest. Please tell us for Scorpio. Oh, all right. So we have the 6th house, routine, and we have Uranus, genius. So, Scorpio, so this is like kind of telling me that like a lot of you may have like had a little bit of vindictive, a lot of you may have had a little bit of like vindictive behavior behind things. Like for some of you, this may have been like something that you just really wanted to do to just like shake up your routine. You know, you may have, you know, gone into certain situations with people fully knowing exactly that you may not have the most positive intentions. But I feel like for a lot of you, it really just kind of satisfied your ego. You know, like I said, it was really for you to just really shake up your routine. For a lot of you, the situations that you involved yourself in, I feel like have become routine, and you guys are really like contemplating and thinking of ways to really shake that energy up, even if that means going out there and like really like exploring certain options that you have with other suitors or other jobs. And I feel like, again, it's still, that energy, it does still come from like not like a I'm gonna get you back kind of nature, but more so of like maybe like I'm gonna get you before you get me kind of nature. So just keep a watch out for those particular types of feelings that you have, Scorpio, and try to recognize the full intent of your master plans. All right, Scorpio. So what's some additional information that you need to know moving through this full moon, this full harvest moon in September? All right. So we have hindrance. Fate has blocked this path for you. So with hindrance coming up there, Scorpio, this tells me here that the things that you are running for and that you're running towards, certain options that you do have coming up on the table, there just may be some things that you just physically cannot do or spiritually cannot perform at, or just on an emotional level, you may really be blocked towards those. Now, that doesn't say that, you aren't going to be able to achieve certain goals, Scorpio. This is basically saying that, you may just have to find new avenues of approach. Okay? Again, that speaks to here with the 7 and 7 here, with the 7 upright and 7 of cups in reverse. It's like, okay, there's many options that are available for you in the midst, but, are you willing to, go through the mist? Are you willing to, actually come to certain challenges in order to make the best decisions? Scorpio, this is really, really, some really intense energies. You guys are going to really have to let me know how this resonates for you in the comment description or in the comment boxes there. Scorpio, thanks so much for sitting with me here during this reading. Keep your options open, but at the same time, allow other people to keep their options open as well, Scorpio. It works both ways. If you want to have your options open, they can have their options open as well. You can't have that selfish mindset. Or, you can't have that, you can't hold on to, ideals and opportunities. You can't, hold on to them, but at the same time, allow yourself to express everything that you're feeling, every emotion that you're having. Don't keep those things bottled up inside, because, eventually people will leave towards other things if they are always coming up against a hindrance, even with you. So, Scorpio, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I think I said that already, but enjoy this full moon, and I'll see you guys next month.